Welcome. Right, we're going to be having maybe a little quick word on one or two of the races tomorrow. Obviously, we have the Betfair Chase, some interesting other races. I was going to put up a horse for tomorrow on the YouTube. I'm just going to pull up the race here 1 second. So maybe before I do that, we'll just have a quick word about Haydock and one or two of the interesting races. I'm going to give a shout out maybe to two horses in the Stayers handicap or the Premier handicap hurdle. So so I thought a very interesting horse tomorrow in this race was a horse called the Bromvik Harry, right? And also I'm going to just touch on two horses in this race, but I am going to put one up at Ascot. So this is a very interesting race. I know it well. I was unlucky to fall at the last when going to win it 1 year on a horse called Special Envoy. But I thought the Bromvik Harry could run really well here. Nice price as well, as big as 12 to 1 in spots. And I just get the feeling this 7-year-old is nicely weighted, 10 stone 10. He showed promise the last day when finishing fourth, and he might be well suited to a track like Haydock. The other horse that's very interesting is the number 16 horse, Gosh How Posh, or whatever way you pronounce it. Micheál Nolan taking the ride for Philip Hobbs, but he is very green, he is very raw, and if he gets out of position, he will make it hard on himself. But what he does have going from is he's an extremely well handicapped horse. So although very raw and green and might do one or two things wrong, he could be running on strongly when it's over. Now, I can also see a scenario where he gets out of position and it becomes horrible to watch from the get-go. So I thought the Bromvik Harry, or the Bromvik Harry, and Gosh How Posh in the Premier handicap tomorrow. That's the 220. Now, obviously, Crambo is a very interesting 6-year-old. 139 might not be beyond him at all. Slate Lane has been that horse who's been farming the smaller tracks. Could be interesting. And I thought Lord Snooty, the horse of Christian Williams, he ran much better than the result in Galway when landing on the back of the second last, which cost him. Right, let's just touch on the big race tomorrow, the Betfair Chase. Can Brave Man's Game make amends? Look, he's the best horse in the race, and on paper he should win, but it's never as simple as that. Protectorat will be, this is his Gold Cup, lads. He's not good enough to win nothing else. He'll be piping for this. Forget about Christmas, forget about Cheltenham, forget about everything. This is his everything. Protectorat will be absolutely cherry ready for this. Royal Pagal is what he is. He's a real solid horse. He has good form here in big handicaps. Cork Rambler definitely should run well. However, he's a better horse, I think, in the springtime. And yeah, look, he should run well. So for me, Brave Man's Game should be winning, but I wouldn't back him. I won't back him, not a hope. But I just think the last day there was a lot about the horse. They all blamed the horse. Sure, it was the jockey's fault. He never asked him to jump the fence. He just said set up on him on soft ground, travelling down to the fence. Never asked him to go deep or go long, and the horse landed on top of it. Whilst he had a young, hungry Darragh O'Keefe, like an angry Tony McCoy, up beside him, driving his horse down to the last. The way you should be riding in these good races, going to the last. You don't want to be sitting up, not on really soft ground, because the energy levels are so important on soft ground. And he done that old waiting in front shite. Cobden, he was in front. You can't wait in front. When you hit the front, you ride on. It doesn't matter if you got there earlier than you were supposed to be. You're there now. Send them on and don't be cotton. But anyway, look, Darrell Jacob takes the ride. I don't know, maybe he'll retire if he wins. He is really the best horse in the race. He should win. Does that mean I back him a 4 to 6? No. But look, it's a bit of an afterthought. But who knows? He might come on for the run the last. And if he comes on for the run, he'll be very hard to beat. But Protectorat will be ready. And if he's ever going to get him, it's... Nah, you know, he shouldn't get him. But if he's ever going to get him, it'll probably be today after plans went back. But Paul Nicholls should be hoping for not only a win here, to be fair. But look, whatever. Right, Sishkin then has been backed off the boards. Cheek pieces on tomorrow down at Ascot. He warped Pick Dory the last day when they met. But I think Pick Dory might get a little bit closer to him tomorrow. Anyway, it's not a betting race. But the horse I am going to put up tomorrow for you, lads, get signed up to the Patreon service. We had a really poor week, but we had such a big start to the month with the big price winners. 1 second now. I just want to pull up this race for you. So the horse I'm going to put up is Strong Leader, right? I think it's the 205, maybe. 1 second. Right, so the 205 in Ascot. Smash the like on this video if you don't mind. I think Strong Leader is a very good horse. For some reason, he didn't get to show it in the Welsh Champion Hurdle, but he's back on maybe a better surface. And maybe he just might show it tomorrow. I always got the feeling this horse had a serious amount of ability, but for some reason he just doesn't show it all the time. Now maybe he's just a little bit quirky, but I'm willing to bank on it that we're going to see a much better Strong Leader than that we've seen in the Welsh Champion Hurdle. And I believe, this is my opinion, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe this is by far the best horse in this race if he brings his A game. That's my belief. But can he show it tomorrow? Who knows? It's interesting that Cobden comes here to ride a few for Nichols over Brave Man's game. I just don't see the logic unless Darryl Jacobs going to retire if he wins. I think that's the only logic to it, to be honest. Right. That's interesting. What else were we talking about? Oh yeah, the chase there. We'll just touch on the chase there. Saint Segal is a horse I really, really like, lads. Look, would I have preferred if he showed up somewhere other than Ascot? Yes. The way he went through the race the last day in Ascot, I would have said, right, we need to get this horse to Kempton, Warwick, Newbury, these types of tracks. Because he absolutely travelled like an absolute dream. Now, maybe he needed the run, and maybe the ground will be a bit better tomorrow, but he went very quick early, but he jumped fast and low and everything was good. And I said to myself, Lord, if that was on a track like Warwick, they wouldn't have got within 25 lengths of him. However, they've decided to come back here. Now, I know 136 he will win off. So maybe he did need the run. And Saint Segal, for me, is a very, very interesting horse for sure. Like I said, I would have loved to see him at Newbury. Or loving to see him, maybe the races aren't there, but I'm trying to go through my head, some of the, surely there's a 2-mile race at Newbury, for the big meeting, the Coral Cup. But anyway, look, he's here, and he is a very, very interesting chaser for sure. Can he win there? Maybe he can. Maybe he just needed the run. Right, keep following Colbert Sports, smash the like, get signed up to the Patreon service. Talk to you all soon. Also, I'm doing a raffle for the 100 Club Monday at 12 o'clock. Check that out if you want to get a ticket. Don't be caught. Alright, enjoy the weekend.